Right then, just a sensational Sunday update here. Thermometer says it's 66 outside, but I have it in the shade. That's what the instructions said to do. Don't put it in the sun because you'll get a false reading. Well, I think you also get a false reading in the shade because I was just out offloading the trailer in my bright sunny driveway and it's friggin' hot. Yeah, I had a half a mind. That's what she said. To take the boat out now and tool around. But no, not in the middle of the day. Uh-uh. So I did manage to get the trailer offloaded. Um, and basically what I'm doing is I'm just putting stuff in the garage, staging stuff in the garage. Now, I left some stuff outside under my gazebo roof, so it's out of the rain. Lawn equipment, like my lawnmower, my leaf blower, and my pressure washer. Um, I don't have to worry about somebody here stealing my stuff. Um, Back at the trailer park, oh yeah. But here, no. And I have a security camera, or I will, back here. I might get another one. I think I'm going to buy another one. Um, yeah. Um, and I'll get pictures of whatever happens. But everything's off the trailer, uh, somewhat put away, and it's just basically sitting and waiting for the grand organization of the garage. Scrunch is a good organizer, so she said she would help me with this. What a good friend. Yep. Um, so I'm looking forward to that because, believe it or not, I like a nice, organized, tidy garage. I go into my customers' homes where they have their garages organized, stuff up on shelves, uh, on racks, on pegs on the wall. Not gonna lie, it looks nice. Oh, and that way you know what you have, you know where it is, and you don't have to dig, and you can lay your hands on it. I know one of my big bitches the first time around when I was with Scrunch was she wanted me to clear out all my stuff, right? Well, some of it needs to go. I agree. So her and I would work on that. But we would work on it in a much more amicable manner. Yeah. Wouldn't be hostility, wouldn't be snide comments, wouldn't be control freak dominant, authoritative commands, things like that. I've noticed since I've interacted with her recently, she has made a change. She now prefaces a statement by saying, "This is purely up to you. This is whatever you want, but I suggest you do this." When somebody approaches me like that, I will fully uh, consider their suggestion, and a lot of times I will honor it because in a lot of times it's a better idea than what I have. I'm not a narcissist, so I am not afraid to say that. That's why I love relationships and I love cohesive teamwork because two heads are better than one. And a lot of times your partner can see something that you don't see, has an idea that you never thought of, and it's a great thing. Not gonna lie. And I respect it and I love it. So that's why I'm hell bent to try to find a life partner. Um, people in my world are telling me, you need to spend time alone. You need to love yourself. You need to be comfortable in your own skin. Well, there's truth to that, but there's also comfort in knowing that your partner is another brain that is thinking and might see a solution to a problem or a situation that you never thought of. And I really value that in a person. Yeah. That right there is a sign of respect. Both when a person comes at you with a suggestion and they do it in a respectful, gentle way, but also when you are open enough and secure enough in yourself to realize that you are not the be all to the end all, and you can be open enough to receive ideas and suggestions from other people, constructive criticism, whatever it may be. That truly is being comfortable with yourself. And I'm at that level. I don't need to live alone like my dad does or other people to achieve that. I'm already there. But I just want a teammate and a team player that doesn't bark out commands, doesn't make executive decisions on their own, but knows how to work as a team. And if I don't like that idea that they proposed, they are okay with it. Just like they're not okay with a lot of my ideas or suggestions, I'm okay with that. So that's the magic right there. But anyway, I managed to get the trailer offloaded. And I'm not going to lie, I'm having a bad day. It's a bad breathing day, an energy day. Um, my legs are weak. Um, I don't have much ambition or energy. Uh, yeah, it was quite a struggle to do this. So that doesn't mean I'm not going to soldier on and sit here instead in the therapy chair and take naps and have a rest and healing day like Mia suggests I do all the time. Um, in my head, in my mind, I hearken back to who I was last year. Although I can't say that either because I've noticed this has been a slow progression coming on ever since I got back into these. Yeah, it's been a slow onset of deterioration in my energy levels, not my ambition levels. Because up here, oh, I still want to give her like a 20-year-old. This comes down to everything: yard work, projects, sex. Oh, yeah, I still want to give her like a 20-year-old, but due to my health deterioration over the last couple of years, I'm suffering. So there's two solutions to this problem. Well, there's three. Go into the quacks and have them tell me what's wrong on their best educated guess and fix it. And yes, we are going to participate in that fruitless endeavor. Two, sit here in the therapy chair all the time, get fat, lethargic, take lots of naps, and piss away the rest of my days and not get anything done, and leave this place in a complete state of disarray. Three, soldier through it. I'm going with option three and option one. But what I am going to do now during this interim of suffrage is I'm going to take breaks like I'm doing right now. So we'll take a little break here. We will contribute to the problem. And I will go back out and soldier on. But at least the trailer's offloaded. The stuff's put in the garage. It's somewhat put away for now. The next mission is the insecticide treatment on the house. Inside and out. Yep. Yep. Gonna hit it again. Yeah. Now, when it comes to these big spiders in here, I've tried 3 different methods to kill them outside of squashing them with my foot and making a mess. To kill them quickly, instantly. The first one was a bottle of Ortho, a squirt bottle of Ortho Home Defense Bug Killer that was under my kitchen sink here. Didn't do shit. Sprayed the spider. He slowed down a little bit, I think, because he just got wet, and he kept on going. I'm like, nope, that ain't gonna work. I want something. You remember the movie from back in the 80s called Arachnophobia? Yeah, you remember him out on the sidewalk when all the spiders were coming out of the woodwork, and he was hitting them with his insecticide killer, and it was smoking. It was so strong, it was like muriatic acid, and it was smoking. That's what I want. I don't want to burn holes in my floor like he was doing, but when something hits that spider or that hornet or that wasp, I want it to drop, fold up, and die right now. So that Ortho spray bug killer, the Raid, no. That thing kept crawling like there was no tomorrow. So then I bought this bottle of Chuck's all natural insect and spider killer. Guaranteed fast knockdown and quick kill. No. All natural ingredients. I'm pretty sure I know what the natural ingredient is. It's pyrethrum. Pyrethrum does not have a quick knockdown characteristic to it. It has a long absorption, slow rate of kill. Yeah, it's a plant-based derivative. No. You want to know what I used on both spiders? Both the big blackies that were in here? Starting fluid. Ether. Folded them up like a house of playing cards. And they went belly up and they didn't move again. Perfect. So starting fluid. Not only is it good for everything, it's now good for more than everything. Yeah. So, after I take my little break here, in the middle of the day, the heat of the day, I am going to, it's 67 degrees in the shade now. I'm going to get out the bug sprayer and we're going to take care of this place. Yep. What else? Scrunch is out on a mushroom foray right now with her family. That's cool. I guess the whole family went along. That's pretty neat. And she's sending me pictures of mushrooms she's finding, asking what they are. Turns out, just like I thought, different parts of the country have different types of mushrooms. And the stuff she's sending me pictures of, I've never seen before. So I'm strongly advising her not to harvest any of the stuff she finds for consumption. unless she gets an app on her phone, an identification app for the eastern part of the U.S., and she can get confirmation of what she's looking at. Yeah. Wild mushroom hunting is a dangerous thing. She showed me pictures of mushrooms that were growing out of the ground that looked like puffballs from the top. She stood over them and took a picture. I said, cut that mushroom and flip it over. When she did that, it obviously was not a puffball because it had a stalk. It had a stem on it. So some of the deadly mushroom species that are out there, like the death angel, death cap, stuff like that, when they first come out of the ground, they look like a puffball. And then as they grow and mature, they get a stalk, they get a veil, which is a thin skin around the underside of the cap. And yeah. You got to be super careful. Not only that, there's a lot of lookalikes out there that could cause you some problems. Yeah, so I'm just advising her, unless you're positive, you're going to end up worshiping the porcelain god all night long and possibly going to the ER with liver and kidney failure if you make the wrong decision here. When it comes to mushroom hunting, wild mushroom hunting, I don't just go out into the woods and I find something, I'm like, oh yeah. And then I pull out a field guide and I microanalyze and study the thing. And I almost made that mistake a couple years ago up at camp. I don't remember if you telling that story. But I had these mushrooms growing all over camp off the base of trees. I mean, it was an infestation of them. And I thought they were honey mushrooms. Turns out they weren't. They were something else that if I would have, I brought home a bag of them. Yeah, I thought, oh, I hit the jackpot. I got honey mushrooms all over camp. I caught a bunch. I brought them home. I started studying my manuals. Started researching stuff on YouTube. And I discovered that if I would have eaten those, I'd have been a hurting boy. So, needless to say, in the garbage they went. You don't play around with this. God put gourmet edible mushrooms on this planet, but he also put mushrooms on here that'll kill you in 15 minutes. So, I harvest, pick, and eat very easily identifiable species that I know haven't done me any wrong in the past. Yeah. And that's how I'll keep it. I know Scrunch is she's all into mycology and mushrooms now. Not the science part of it, okay, mind you, but the hunting, she loves the hunt. And whenever we find something, she's like, can we eat it? So she loves eating mushrooms. We just got to keep it safe. We can't just launch off into these wild forays of exploration and come home with a basket full of stuff. And should we take a gamble? No. No. All right. I'm going to wrap up this break, get my bug sprayer together, and we'll get another chore done off the list. And going to start a fire out in the pit. I got some stuff to burn up. So we'll get that off the list as well. And probably by then it'll be late enough in the afternoon to get some sunscreen on, slide the pontoon boat off the dock, and take a little putt-putt around the lake and see what we can find and see if we can get the string stretched. So stick around.